In a shocking turn of events, the atmosphere at a prestigious royal event turned from celebratory to tense as the crowd fell into a stunned silence. Catherine, Princess of Wales, affectionately known as Kate Middleton, unexpectedly collapsed in front of a horrified Prince William. The usually poised and graceful Duchess, who has long been a symbol of strength and elegance, left onlookers frozen in disbelief. The incident unfolded rapidly, with concern etched across the faces of those in attendance as Prince William rushed to her side, reflecting the gravity of the moment.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, has always been a symbol of elegance, strength, and poise, embodying the ideals of the British royal family. Known for her unwavering dedication to her royal duties and her ability to balance the demands of public life with motherhood, she has garnered admiration from millions across the globe. However, in recent months, troubling reports have emerged that have left both the public and the royal family deeply concerned. It all began during a prestigious royal event, where Kate Middleton, alongside her husband, Prince William, was expected to make another public appearance as part of her tireless commitment to charity work and royal obligations. The Duchess had long been known for her impeccable composure during these events, often showing little sign of fatigue or stress despite her packed schedule. However, what was meant to be a routine engagement quickly turned into a deeply distressing situation that left those in attendance in shock. As the Duchess mingled with guests, those nearby noticed that she seemed slightly pale and was moving at a slower pace than usual. Initially, it was chalked up to the sheer exhaustion of her busy schedule, which had been particularly demanding in recent months. However, things took a dramatic turn when, without warning, Kate collapsed in front of a horrified audience. Prince William, who was standing just a few feet away, immediately rushed to her side, his face a mixture of fear and urgency. The crowd fell into a tense silence, the joyous atmosphere instantly replaced by anxiety and concern. Royal aides and security personnel acted quickly, ushering the Duchess away from the crowd and into a nearby room where medical personnel had been summoned. The event was swiftly cancelled, and the media were asked to show restraint, although whispers of the incident quickly began circulating through the corridors of Buckingham Palace and beyond. Within hours, the news had broken, and concerns for Kate Middleton's health dominated headlines across the world. The collapse sparked an immediate response from the royal family, and questions began to surface about Kate's well-being. While the palace initially downplayed the severity of the situation, stating that the Duchess had merely been feeling unwell and was advised to rest, further reports soon indicated that the issue might be far more serious than previously thought. Speculation began to grow about the nature of her health struggles, with some pointing to the immense pressure she had been under in her role as a senior royal, while others suggested that there might be an underlying medical condition contributing to her collapse. In the days following the event, sources close to the royal family confirmed that Kate had undergone a series of medical tests to determine the cause of her sudden collapse. The results, while not immediately disclosed to the public, reportedly raised alarms within the royal household. It was later revealed that doctors had discovered a troubling issue, one that had been hidden from public view for some time. Kate Middleton had been quietly battling a serious health condition, and there were growing concerns that it might be cancer. the news sent shockwaves through both the British public and the wider world, as the idea that someone as beloved and high-profile as the Duchess could be facing such a daunting challenge seemed almost unthinkable. For years, Kate had maintained a healthy and active lifestyle, often seen jogging, playing tennis, and staying involved in numerous charitable causes related to physical and mental health. The revelation that she might be suffering from a potentially life-threatening illness left many in disbelief. While the royal family has traditionally been private about health matters, the severity of the situation forced them to address the growing speculation. In a carefully worded statement, the palace confirmed that Kate had indeed undergone further medical evaluations, and while they did not confirm a specific diagnosis, they acknowledged that she was facing a significant health issue. The statement reassured the public that Kate was receiving the best possible care and that her doctors were closely monitoring her condition. The lack of details in the palace's statement only fueled further speculation. Media outlets around the world began reporting that Kate Middleton might be suffering from a form of cancer, although no specific type had been confirmed. Some reports suggested that she had been diagnosed with an early stage of the disease and that her prognosis was good, while others speculated that her condition might be more advanced than initially thought. The truth, however, remained closely guarded by the royal family, leaving the public to grapple with the uncertainty of the situation. As Kate Middleton continued her recovery, the public's admiration for her only grew. She had faced one of the most difficult challenges of her life with grace and courage, and her resilience had touched the hearts of many. While the future remained uncertain, one thing was clear: Kate Middleton was a fighter, and she would continue to face whatever challenges came her way with the same strength and determination that had made her such a beloved figure in the first place. Throughout her ordeal, Kate had remained focused on her family, particularly her three young children, George, Charlotte, and Louis. As a mother, her greatest concern had always been for their well-being, and she had worked tirelessly to ensure that they remained happy and secure, despite the challenges she was facing. Prince William had also played a pivotal role in supporting both Kate and their children, ensuring that their family life remained as normal as possible during this difficult time. In a poignant moment that tugs at the heartstrings, Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, shared a deeply emotional embrace with a young girl in a touching act of compassion. This story, both heartwarming and heart-wrenching, unfolds as we explore the powerful reason behind this heartfelt gesture, a reason that is bound to move you to tears. Join us as we delve into this extraordinary act of kindness and the profound impact it had on both the young girl and those who witnessed it. This is a story of empathy, connection, and the remarkable ways in which simple gestures can leave an enduring legacy.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is renowned not only for her role within the British royal family, but also for her profound ability to connect with the public. Over the years, she has established herself as a figure of warmth, empathy, and genuine engagement, embodying qualities that endear her to people across the United Kingdom and around the world. Her interactions with individuals, her dedication to charitable causes, and the reciprocal affection she receives from the public reflect the depth of her character and the positive impact she has made. From the outset of her public life, Kate Middleton has been recognized for her exceptional ability to interact with people on a personal level. Her approachability and warmth have become defining features of her public persona. Whether she is attending formal events, visiting community centers, or participating in royal tours, Kate's demeanor exudes a genuine interest in the well-being of those she meets. This authentic connection has played a significant role in shaping her reputation as a beloved figure. One of the most striking aspects of Kate's public engagements is her attentiveness. During her appearances, she demonstrates a remarkable capacity for listening and understanding. This attentiveness is not merely a formality. It reflects a deep-seated commitment to engaging with individuals and addressing their concerns. People often leave interactions with Kate feeling valued and heard, a testament to her ability to connect on a meaningful level. Kate's conversations with the public are characterized by a sense of genuine interest and empathy. She takes the time to engage in heartfelt discussions, showing a sincere desire to understand the experiences and challenges faced by those she meets. This level of engagement goes beyond superficial pleasantries and highlights Kate's dedication to making a real connection with individuals. Her interactions often involve discussing personal journeys, community issues, or simply sharing light moments. Kate's approachability is evident in the way she listens, responds, and interacts, creating a sense of rapport that resonates with people. This ability to connect on a personal level has endeared her to many, making her a cherished figure in the public eye. Kate Middleton's commitment to public service is also reflected in her involvement with various charitable causes. Her work with organizations such as Place 2BE, which provides mental health support to children, and the Heads Together campaign, which aims to address mental health stigma, demonstrates her dedication to making a positive impact. Through her charitable efforts, Kate has used her platform to raise awareness about important issues and contribute to meaningful change.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery.
I commit myself to serve you all, King, country, and Commonwealth.
Prince William, one of the most respected figures in the British royal family, suddenly at the center of a controversy that could end his royal journey. Whispers around the palace corridors speak of family tension, secrets, and unexpected revelations. And shockingly, these rumors aren't just about William or Kate. They're about her sister, Pippa Middleton. Sources suggest that Pippa has come forward with information so astonishing, it's causing ripples throughout the entire royal household. What could have been uncovered that would place Prince William on the edge of exile from his royal duties? Could this revelation really have the power to shake the monarchy to its core? Let's uncover the details behind this bombshell that's throwing the future of the British throne into question. Prince William has captivated the world's attention as a royal with a unique blend of tradition and modernity. As the Prince of Wales, he stands not only as the heir apparent to the British throne, but also as a symbol of continuity for a monarchy facing unprecedented scrutiny and change. From his childhood, spent in the intense spotlight, to his role as a husband and father, William's journey has been one of adaptation, resilience, and a balancing act between duty and personal life. This story, however, is far from straightforward, as countless rumors and public debates circle around his life, his role in the family, and what his future might hold for the British monarchy. William's position as the eldest son of King Charles III and the late Princess Diana meant he was always destined for a life in the public eye. The world witnessed his early years alongside his mother, who famously reshaped the image of the royal family with her compassion and candor. Diana's tragic death left an indelible mark on William, shaping him into a figure known for his composure, thoughtfulness, and dedication to causes that mattered to her. It was through her legacy that William first connected with the public, an attachment that only grew stronger over the years. As he matured, his public engagements began to focus on issues close to his heart, such as mental health, wildlife conservation, and support for the armed forces. These priorities reflect a new kind of royal, one committed to addressing contemporary issues rather than merely upholding ceremonial traditions. With King Charles now on the throne, the focus on William has intensified as the public anticipates the next chapter for the monarchy. There is a prevailing expectation that William will usher in a new era when he becomes king, potentially modernizing the institution in ways his father and predecessors never fully embraced. His close connection to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, deeply influenced his sense of duty and approach to royal responsibilities. Many see William as someone who combines his grandmother's commitment to service with his mother's sense of compassion, making him uniquely suited to lead a monarchy in transition. However, this unique position also brings intense scrutiny and speculation. Every gesture, decision, and public appearance is analyzed, contributing to the myriad rumors that surround him. The relationship between William and his younger brother, Prince Harry, has been one of the most discussed and debated aspects of his personal life. Once famously close, the brothers have, by all accounts, experienced a significant rift, particularly following Harry's decision to step back from royal duties and move to the United States with his wife, Meghan Markle. Their split has fueled countless stories and public fascination, with fans and the media dissecting every move to interpret where the brothers stand. While William has largely remained silent on the matter, his silence itself has led to speculation, with some seeing it as a sign of restraint and focus on his own responsibilities. Despite the strain, those close to William suggest that he remains deeply committed to his duties and the institution, often taking a measured approach that prioritizes the stability and future of the monarchy over personal grievances. William's marriage to Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, has further solidified his image as a stable and relatable figure. Together, they present a modern royal family that resonates with the British public. Kate's warmth and elegance have endeared her to many, and her ability to handle the intense media spotlight with poise complements William's more reserved demeanor. Over the years, their relationship has become a focal point for the monarchy, with many seeing them as a steadying influence during a time of immense change. Their public appearances, as well as their dedication to causes such as early childhood education, mental health, and the environment, have helped shape the narrative of a monarchy that is more connected to the people and the issues of today. As parents, William and Kate have made it a priority to give their children as normal a life as possible, a stark contrast to William's own highly publicized childhood. This approach reflects their desire to create a grounded environment for their children, preparing them for a future that will undoubtedly bring its own set of challenges and responsibilities. Rumors surrounding William's future as king often delve into whether he will continue the traditional model of monarchy or embrace more progressive reforms. Some royal experts believe William is prepared to modernize the institution, focusing on service over pageantry and reducing the overall footprint of the monarchy. His recent decisions and public statements have suggested a commitment to this streamlined approach. He has shown an interest in making the royal family more accessible, engaging in initiatives that address pressing social issues while fostering a deeper connection with the public. This modern approach may reflect the changing attitudes within British society, where support for the monarchy remains strong but is increasingly contingent on the institution's ability to remain relevant. William is acutely aware of this sentiment, and his actions seem to align with a vision of a monarchy that is more connected to the lives of everyday people. Public perception of William has largely been positive, especially in comparison to other members of the royal family who have faced criticism and controversy. He is viewed as a steady and reliable figure, qualities that are particularly valued as the monarchy faces complex questions about its role and relevance. Polls consistently show that he and Kate are among the most popular royals, a testament to their ability to navigate their roles with respect for tradition while still embracing change. William's calm and composed nature, combined with his dedication to his duties, has helped solidify his image as the future of the British monarchy. However, there is also a recognition that the monarchy must adapt to survive, and many believe William will be the one to lead that adaptation. The influence of William's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, is evident in his approach to public service. Her unwavering commitment to duty, even in the face of personal and public challenges, left a lasting impression on him. William has often spoken about the lessons he learned from her, and how her example shaped his understanding of his role. As he prepares for his future as king, these lessons will likely guide his decisions, particularly as he faces the pressures of maintaining the monarchy in an era marked by rapid change and shifting public attitudes. William's deep respect for the Queen's legacy suggests that he will honor her approach, while also incorporating his own values and perspectives, creating a monarchy that respects tradition but is not afraid to evolve. The rumors surrounding William's plans for the monarchy hint at a reign that may be less ceremonial and more focused on tangible contributions to society. His interest in mental health, environmental protection, and social issues underscores his desire to use his platform for meaningful impact. This emphasis on service over ceremony resonates with a public increasingly skeptical of the monarchy's more opulent aspects. William's future reign could bring about a more accessible monarchy, one that reflects the values and concerns of the British people in a way that is both respectful of tradition and responsive to change. Such a direction would be in line with his own values, as well as those of a younger generation that demands transparency, authenticity, and relevance from its institutions. As William looks toward the future, the weight of expectation is immense, but so is his commitment to the role he was born to play. His life has been one of preparation, shaped by moments of intense joy, public scrutiny, and personal hardship. Through it all, he has demonstrated a resilience that will be essential for a reign that is likely to face unique challenges. His popularity, dedication to service, and understanding of the monarchy's role in modern society suggest that he is well equipped to lead. While rumors and speculation will undoubtedly continue, it is William's actions and decisions that will ultimately define his legacy. His journey is not only a reflection of his own character, but a testament to the enduring adaptability of the British monarchy, an institution that has withstood centuries of change by evolving with the times. In the end, Prince William's story is more than just one of royal duty. It is a narrative of growth, resilience, and a deep commitment to service. His future as king holds the promise of a monarchy that can honor its past while forging a path forward. William's legacy will likely be one that resonates not only within the walls of Buckingham Palace, but across a nation that, despite its challenges, still finds meaning in the continuity and tradition that he represents.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is typically known for her poise and grace in the public eye, but a recent incident has left many shocked. In a rare and unexpected moment, Kate was seen being rushed away after a tense, on-camera situation took a sudden and unsettling turn. While the specifics of the meltdown remain unclear, the footage has sparked widespread concern, with many wondering what could have caused such an unusual reaction from the normally composed Duchess. This incident has left royal watchers stunned, raising questions about the pressures Kate faces behind the scenes.
She always leaves a little gift or something in their room when we go and stay, and that just shows, I think, her love for her family.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is one of the most visible and admired members of the British royal family. Known for her elegance, composure, and unwavering dedication to royal duties, Kate has managed to maintain a steady and dignified public image. But even someone as seemingly unflappable as Kate isn't immune to the intense pressures of life in the spotlight.
We're looking forward to spending the rest of the times, the rest of our lives together, and seeing what the future holds.
In a rare moment that surprised many, Kate found herself at the center of an unexpected and unsettling incident that left her being rushed away in an unusually public manner. While Kate has always been known for handling public appearances with grace, this recent event has led to questions about the stress and challenges she faces behind closed doors.
Massively so. Of course, her and her family, I really want to make sure that they have the best sort of guidance and chance to see what life has been like, or what life is like in the family, and that's kind of almost why I have been waiting this long, as I wanted to give her a chance to see and to back out if she needed to.
The incident in question occurred during what was supposed to be a routine public engagement. As with many of Kate's appearances, the Duchess was on duty for a charitable cause. visiting an organization that focuses on early childhood development, a cause she has championed for years. The event was intended to be a positive and uplifting occasion, with Kate interacting with families and children as part of her ongoing work with the Royal Foundation's Early Years Initiative.
Before it all got too much, because I'm trying to learn from lessons done in the past, and I just wanted to give her the best chance to settle in and see what happens the other side.
And I'm also glad that I've had the time to to grow and understand myself more as well. So,
however, things took an unexpected turn when an on-camera situation reportedly became tense, leading to Kate being quickly ushered away from the event. While details of the specific circumstances remain unclear, reports suggest that Kate may have been overwhelmed by the situation, leading to what some witnesses described as a meltdown. Given her normally composed demeanor, this moment sparked widespread concern and media speculation.
well, obviously it'd be, I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to.
Royal watchers and fans were quick to point out that this kind of public reaction is highly unusual for the Duchess, who has faced years of intense scrutiny without showing signs of stress or discomfort in front of the cameras. This moment has brought renewed attention to the immense pressure Kate faces as a senior member of the royal family. Ever since marrying Prince William in 2011, Kate has been a constant presence in the public eye, taking on a growing number of responsibilities as the future Queen consort. Her every move, outfit, and interaction is scrutinized, and the expectations placed on her are enormous. Despite this, Kate has managed to maintain a near-perfect public image, rarely giving the media or the public a glimpse into any personal struggles she may be facing. However, this recent incident is a reminder that life in the royal family is not as glamorous or easy as it may seem. The pressures of constantly being in the spotlight, combined with the weight of royal duties, can take a toll on anyone, even someone as composed as Kate Middleton. While the British press has long been known for its relentless coverage of the royal family, the scrutiny has only intensified in recent years, particularly following the departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from royal duties. This departure has left Kate and William with even more responsibilities, placing additional pressure on the couple as they step into more prominent roles within the monarchy. In the years since Meghan and Harry's exit, Kate has been seen as a stabilizing force within the royal family, working quietly and diligently to fulfill her duties without drawing too much attention to herself. However, the public and media often pit her against Meghan, comparing everything from their fashion choices to their public personas. This kind of comparison adds another layer of stress to Kate's role, as she's constantly being evaluated in contrast to other royals, particularly Meghan, who has taken a very different approach to life in the public eye. Kate's role in the ongoing rift between Prince William and Prince Harry has also been a source of significant tension. The once close brothers have reportedly become estranged in recent years, with their relationship reaching a breaking point following Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from their royal roles. While much of the media attention has focused on the brothers, Kate's position as William's wife has placed her squarely in the middle of this family drama. There have been numerous reports suggesting that Kate has tried to act as a peacemaker between the brothers, but the strain of the situation has undoubtedly taken a toll on her as well. As the world continues to watch Kate Middleton's every move, this recent incident serves as a reminder that life in the royal family comes with its own set of unique pressures. While the Duchess has consistently managed to maintain her grace and composure, The challenges she faces behind the scenes are undoubtedly significant. The media's fixation on this rare moment of vulnerability highlights the often unrealistic expectations placed on public figures, especially women in positions of power. Ultimately, the incident involving Kate Middleton being rushed away during a public appearance is a reflection of the immense pressure she faces as a senior royal. While the details of what exactly caused the situation remain unclear, it's a reminder that even those who seem to have it all together can experience moments of stress and vulnerability. Kate's ability to handle these challenges with grace is a testament to her strength. But it's also important to recognize that behind the polished public image is a person who, like everyone else, faces her own struggles. Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, has long been seen as the epitome of grace, poise, and royal duty. As a key figure in the British royal family, she has always maintained a composed and polished public image, rarely revealing much about her personal life. However, a recent statement from Kate has left many stunned and concerned. In a candid moment, she admitted, "Most people have no idea what is happening to me," sparking widespread speculation about the challenges she may be facing behind closed doors. This revelation has left royal watchers and fans alike wondering what struggles Kate may be enduring beneath her calm exterior.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, has become one of the most beloved and admired members of the British royal family since her marriage to Prince William in 2011. Known for her elegance, grace, and commitment to royal duties, she has built a reputation as a steady and reliable figure in the monarchy. However, behind her composed public image, Kate has faced her own share of real-life challenges, both in her personal life and within the royal family.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
Recently, Kate's statement, "Most people have no idea what is happening to me," has drawn significant attention, leading to increased scrutiny of the pressures and difficulties she may be quietly enduring. While the comment remains vague, it highlights the fact that being in the public eye comes with a set of personal struggles that are often hidden from view. From the moment Kate Middleton began her relationship with Prince William, she was thrust into the global spotlight. Their courtship was closely watched by the media, and when they finally announced their engagement in 2010, the world celebrated. Their wedding in 2011 was a grand affair, watched by millions around the globe, cementing Kate's place as a future queen consort. But with the glamour and admiration came enormous pressure, as Kate had to quickly adapt to life as a royal with all the scrutiny, expectations, and responsibilities that accompany it. One of the first significant challenges Kate faced after becoming a member of the royal family was the constant media attention. As a high-profile figure, her every move, outfit, and decision has been analyzed and critiqued by the press and public. While Kate has always maintained a calm demeanor in public, the relentless attention can be overwhelming. The British tabloids, in particular, have been known for their ruthless treatment of public figures, and Kate has not been immune to this. there have been numerous instances where the media has sensationalized stories about her personal life, adding pressure to an already intense existence. Early in her marriage, Kate had to contend with rumors and gossip about her relationship with William. Speculation about their marriage, family planning, and Kate's role within the royal family often dominated headlines. Despite this, Kate has consistently kept a dignified silence, choosing not to engage in public spats with the media. But those close to her have hinted that the pressure has been immense, particularly as she navigated the transition from a private individual to one of the most photographed women in the world. Motherhood has been another area where Kate has faced both joy and challenge. Kate and Prince William are parents to 3 children: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. While the birth of each of their children was celebrated by royal fans, Kate faced particular struggles during her pregnancies. She suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe form of morning sickness, during all 3 pregnancies. This condition caused extreme nausea and vomiting, often requiring hospitalization and forcing Kate to cancel royal engagements. Her battle with this debilitating illness was well documented, and it was clear that it took a significant toll on her health. Despite the physical challenges of pregnancy, Kate has been open about her deep love for her children and her commitment to being a hands-on mother. She has spoken publicly about the joys and difficulties of parenthood, acknowledging that even with the resources and help available to her, raising children is not without its challenges. Kate has also made mental health a key focus of her public work, often discussing how being a mother has made her more aware of the emotional needs of children and parents alike. One of Kate's most publicized struggles has been navigating the complicated dynamics within the royal family, particularly following the departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from royal duties in 2020. The so-called Meg-Sit created significant tension within the family, and Kate found herself in the midst of it. As the wife of Prince William, who is second in line to the throne, Kate has had to maintain a delicate balance between supporting her husband, upholding her duties as a royal, and dealing with the fallout from the strained relationship between the brothers. The rift between Prince William and Prince Harry has been widely reported, and while much of the focus has been on the brothers, Kate's role in this dynamic cannot be overlooked. Kate and Harry were once close.
The bodyguard says that the image of her awake, even if somewhat disoriented, is both heartbreaking and comforting. It's comforting because she was not instantly gone. Heartbreaking because it highlights that help arrived, but still couldn't save her. He also indicates that Diana actually had a faint pulse while being transferred to the ambulance. That small sign of life gave paramedics hope that they could pull her through once they got to the hospital. He mentions how the fireman, or Gallon, was stunned when he learned the victim he tried to save was Princess Diana. He had no clue who she was in the immediate moment. He was just doing his job, attempting to save a blonde crash victim with minimal visible injuries. The bodyguard insists this detail underlines why so many claims about a conspiracy to have her killed don't ring true. Nothing about the crash scene looked staged. It was chaos and confusion, and no one had a clue they were dealing with royalty. Just people in dire need of help. In the ambulance, Diana slipped in and out of consciousness. She reportedly went into cardiac arrest, prompting frantic attempts at CPR. The bodyguard has heard from those who were there that for a few short seconds, it seemed like the medical team got her heart beating again. That glimmer of hope didn't last. The internal injuries that no one could immediately see would prove fatal. She passed away at the hospital hours later while surgeons tried to fix the rupture near her heart. To this day, people argue about whether things could have been different if Diana had been rushed to the hospital faster, or if the ambulance had used a different route. The bodyguard is honest in his stance. We'll never know. He's heard the paramedics argue that the French approach to emergency care is different from the British style, that on-scene stabilization took priority over immediate transport. Regardless, it's clear Diana was far more severely hurt than her outward appearance suggested. In the end, her final words were likely the bewildered murmur of someone who realized something horrible had happened, but wasn't totally aware of how life-threatening it was. The paparazzi dilemma. The final puzzle piece is the paparazzi. For a while, the entire world blamed them, and many still do. Some say that if it weren't for the relentless chase, the driver wouldn't have sped, and Diana wouldn't have died in that tunnel. Others argue that while the paparazzi's behavior was bad, the bigger problem was the presence of an intoxicated driver behind the wheel. The bodyguard offers a more nuanced view. In his mind, the paparazzi were definitely contributing to the tension and panic, but the entire security apparatus around Diana had collapsed under the weight of her newfound independence. He insists that the paparazzi's aggression was no new phenomenon. Diana had faced them from the moment reporters learned of her relationship with Prince Charles all those years ago. She was used to stepping off a curb while a cluster of cameras blocked her path. She had even cooperated with some journalists in the past, trying to harness the media's power to promote her charitable causes. But her romance with Dodi brought a new level of frenzy. Tabloids couldn't get enough of the millionaire's playboy son and the world's most famous ex-royal. Everyone wanted that exclusive shot, maybe a kiss, a whisper, a moment of tension. The financial rewards for such photos were enormous, spurring the paparazzi to drive recklessly through Paris in pursuit. Yet the bodyguard says it's too simplistic to say the paparazzi alone caused the crash. He points out that Dodi was also determined to slip away undetected, rushing out into the night against any better judgment. The security detail was so scattered that they ended up relying on a deputy head of Ritz security with an unconfirmed blood alcohol level. The bodyguard calls it a perfect storm. Sure, the paparazzi's pushy presence was the flashpoint, but every step up to that point was flawed. He believes that if any single safeguard had been in place, say, if a professional chauffeur with a sober background had been driving, Diana might have arrived safely at Dodi's apartment. The paparazzi were intrusive and callous, but they weren't the sole reason the car crashed at high speed. He also remembers hearing about how some paparazzi, after the accident, rushed forward with cameras instead of offering help. That, he says, is a moment that reveals how twisted the tabloid culture was. Emergency personnel had to push them back. Meanwhile, the bodyguard was fielding frantic calls from staff wanting updates on Diana's condition. Some paparazzi claimed they were just doing their jobs, while others insisted they had tried to help once they realized how severe the crash was. Regardless, the damage was done. In the months and years after Diana's death, there was a global outcry over paparazzi tactics. People demanded new laws, new protections. Yet, the bodyguard feels that the world has a short memory. Over time, sensational pictures still fetch high prices, and paparazzi culture hasn't disappeared. In his view, Diana's death could have led to a real overhaul, ensuring celebrities or public figures were better shielded from reckless pursuit. Instead, the conversation fizzled out, overshadowed by conspiracy theories, official investigations, and changing headlines. He calls the entire night a giant security failure, because so many systems that should have protected Diana left her exposed. She was no longer a royal highness with tight palace protocols, and she hadn't yet established her own bulletproof network of experienced security. Dodi's wealth and connections, ironically, did not translate into the safest possible environment. The paparazzi just turned up the pressure, turning a risky strategy into a lethal one. Confrontations with the royal establishment and legal hurdles. When the shocking car crash in Paris claimed Princess Diana's life, millions worldwide turned to the royal family for comfort and answers. Many people felt the monarchy should have offered a warmer, more transparent response to the tragedy. Suddenly, a quiet tension seeped out into the open. Private frustrations boiled over, and individuals searched for someone to blame. In the middle of this storm stood the princess's on and off security circle, a small group of men charged with keeping her safe, yet powerless on that fateful night. Eventually, one of these men chose to speak out. For years, the bodyguard had been more than just a silent figure in Diana's orbit. He knew the lines of succession, the restrictions of palace protocol, and the consequences of stepping out of place. But in the aftermath of the accident, the royal establishment tried to close ranks. That's when he realized there might be more at stake than simply defending the public image of the monarchy. Documents needed signing, hush-hush agreements were laid on the table, and he braced for confrontation. Some key palace aides wanted a smooth, simple narrative. Yes, it was all a terrible accident. Blame the driver. Condolences to the family. Let us move on. But the bodyguard felt something else brewing. Countless awkward questions nobody wanted to address. Had the princess been left with subpar protection once her divorce was finalized? Why did everything feel so uncoordinated that night in Paris? Why were certain eyewitness accounts brushed aside? The tension with the monarchy did not take the form of a flashy showdown in the corridors of Buckingham Palace, but rather subtle forms of pressure. Insiders murmured about whether the bodyguard should sign non-disclosure papers. Close associates hinted that legal trouble might arise if he ever contradicted official statements. To him, it was all too obvious that some corners of the royal establishment saw him as a loose end, someone who had no official place in the firm once Diana was gone. Others within the palace were more empathetic. They quietly admitted there was a deep sadness in how Diana's final hours played out, and they feared the scandal could spin out of control if too many conflicting stories emerged. The bodyguard saw it from both angles. The monarchy had lost one of its brightest stars, and the entire institution was staggering under public grief and growing media hostility. He also became wrapped up in the complicated swirl of legal proceedings. French authorities launched an investigation into the crash. British officials monitored from across the channel, keen to see how the blame game would unfold. Paparazzi who had chased Diana's car were briefly detained, then released. Some tabloids even tested the waters of sensational conspiracy theories, claiming that Diana had been targeted by shady forces. The bodyguard recalls feeling torn between his loyalty to the memory of the princess and the rules that came with any brush against royal life. Stepping forward could place him on a collision course with powerful individuals who had no interest in seeing the official reports questioned. He wasn't alone. Other staff members, including the late Diana's aides and butlers, also faced tough choices about talking to the media or cooperating with various legal teams. A few who had once been close to the princess gave interviews that stoked further allegations of a cover-up or hints of neglected safety protocols. The bodyguard, though, wanted to keep his head above water, mindful of not just the monarchy's lawyers, but also Dodi Fayed's father, Mohammed Al-Fayed, a man determined to prove a larger plot was at work. The tug-of-war between different factions left him exhausted. Why he's breaking his silence now? After the crash, the bodyguard didn't immediately rush to the press. He was haunted by guilt and plagued by nightmares about that chaotic night in the Pont de l'Alma underpass. He knew his story could easily be twisted or overshadowed by the frenzy of tabloid headlines clamoring for shocking details. For years, he remained in the background, trying to find normalcy in a world that could not stop talking about Princess Diana's death. When he looked in the mirror, he saw the face of someone who felt he had let down the one person he was supposed to protect. No matter how many times people pointed out that he wasn't the driver, and that Diana had made her own choices that night, he still shouldered the regret. He also carried around his memories of Diana. How she sipped tea with staff in the early evening, how she quietly supported her sons, and how she faced cameras with an almost unearthly calm. But he was aware of her private pain as well. Opinions about Diana had become polarized. Some cast her as a saintly figure. Others claimed she was manipulative. He knew her best as a kind, flawed individual under too much pressure. He found it increasingly painful to watch her legacy boil down to conspiracy theories, paparazzi standoffs, and old footage of that final summer with Dodi Fayed. Every few years, major anniversaries of Diana's passing triggered a wave of press coverage. The bodyguard would get calls from old colleagues or journalists, each seeking exclusive anecdotes. He consistently refused, telling himself it was better to let the official narrative stand. But time can change perspective. As he saw documentaries and articles sensationalize the same old angles, he began to suspect that people might benefit from a fresh viewpoint. Someone who had lived in her shadow. Someone who had no interest in fanning conspiracy flames, but also no desire to whitewash the chaos of that final night. Why speak out now? He says it was a slow process, not a single event. He began talking confidentially to a therapist, struggling with the trauma of seeing the princess lying in the wrecked car, her eyes sometimes fluttering as first responders tried to keep her alive. He confesses to nights spent awake, replaying the same images, headlights cutting through smoky air, paparazzi yelling. The terrifying moment he realized it was Diana in mortal peril. As the nightmares persisted, he felt a need for catharsis, not just for himself, but for the public that still aches when they remember those headlines. So he decided enough was enough. He was done hiding behind the hush-hush environment that typically surrounds royal staff.